Welcome everybody to a brand new Goosebumps book review. This is probably one of the biggest ones, Goosebumps Horrorland number 12, the end of the first arc of the Goosebumps Horrorland series, and it's titled The Streets of Panic Park. This is probably one of the greatest Goosebumps stories ever. There's a lot that happens, and rereading it, it's the most mature book in this series. This is also kind of a part 2 of book 11 and 12. They go hand in hand together, so you have to read book 11 and read book 12 to know it all. Anyway, the Menace is the head or heads of Panic Park, since he has a red evil head on the back side of his skull like Voldemort in Harry Potter Year 1. And he brought these kids here since they all had scary experiences over the year, and he thinks they will survive to get their fear level of the park up to 100, and doing that will bring Panic Park back into the present day. Over the day, things change, like Billy Deep gets turned into one of those shadow people, and Robbie turns invisible thanks to Dr. Maniac, and Slappy uses his powers to turn Brittany into a dummy like him. Oh yeah, and Jillian and Jackson get taken by the Menace, as he says they helped him since he gave them their superpowers in Book 10 with the Madame Doom fortune teller. They were unwillingly helping Menace. In the end, Professor Cranium reads the Menace's mind and discovers he's been lying and will betray the villains when Panic Park returns. So the villains and the protagonist of the series laugh with each other, causing the Menace to shrink and Panic Park to pop away. Jen has them all go home, reunite with their parents, and the last page has Slappy the Dummy secretly come home with Lizzie Morris. The back of the book says, "Face off and so long, sucker." The 11th coin is in fact a horse head, and it says, "Evil lurks within the maze." The 12th coin was completed in the fear files at the end of the book, but not the full phrase. It's a picture of the Panic Park Carnival, and it starts by saying, "Evil ruse in," and that's all we know. The last cover page has a picture of the Survival Guide to Horrorland book. The tie-in book with number 12 is A Night in Terror Tower again. It doesn't really make sense, but whatever. And here it is, even in color, the entire Horrorland map. As you can see, everything here all connected by some paths and the lagoon. In this picture, the coins for each book are even in the corners, all 12 fitting perfectly together, except for map 12 with the Vampire State Building. The string just cuts off there, and the path heading south from the tower is missing. Okay, but anyway, it's really cool to see all this fit together. Look back and reminders of everything that's happened over the 12-issue series. The book wraps up very quickly. The only bad part about it, I can't believe that for a week in Horrorland, the parents were just by themselves the whole time, not thinking or worrying about their kids. In fact, what about their unique scares? And man, do I wish we had something when it came to Lizzie and Luke's parents talking about returning to Horrorland. The Menace was a lot more dark than I remembered, and rereading it, I only remembered the villains helping the kids, not the fact that the villains were betrayed and that's why they did it. So that's put me for a loop, realizing what the plot fully was. Goosebumps Horrorland, making it a series was a really great idea. I mean, what better place in the Horrorland original 62 books to place it? It was the first time anything this big really happened. Like, yeah, Monster Blood 1, 2, and 3 are in order. I don't know if Monster Blood 4 is in order, but having all these characters come together is really a treat. I remember when I was a kid, this was as big as any other, modern day TV or movie team up. Horrorland is definitely a place where anything could happen. Rest assured, there will be more Goosebumps videos in the future. After all, there were 19 Horrorland books, and another series that I don't think was classified as Horrorland. It was called like the Mirror Room or something like that. Anyway, I also loved how all the villains came together in the final book, or at least all the ones that could come. I don't even remember Monster Blood being in the big final group of the villains coming together. Who else wasn't there? I know there was the Mummy. They used the Mummy, not the immortal guy, so that was a little bit weird for him to for a random mummy to return, but not the actual immortals of the 6th book. The egg monsters, I don't know if they return in this book. The hidden camera, I mean, how could the hidden camera even really come back? What was in book 9? Yeah, the Slither guy, Camp Dr. Slither or something, he returned. Anyway, they did a really great job with the villains interacting with each other. That was the thing I remembered my entire, rereading my entire life. Remember that scene. It was so cool. I thought that they were able to do this, and for it to make sense, yeah, I know it seems like kind of a cliche ending, all the heroes and villains coming together to stop the big bad, but it actually works. And the Menace wasn't as it wasn't really good when it came to, I think, his design. He just is a guy wearing a black, and he has a red face on the back of his head, but it was very evil, and like I said, most mature book in the series. Oh yeah, Captain Ben, One Leg, and the Haunted Mask, and Doctor Maniac was there too. Doctor Maniac is probably my favorite new villain to come out of this series. I think he might have been the only one besides Captain Ben, One Leg. Oh no, there's those monsters in book 7, and like I said, Professor Cranium. Professor Cranium, I kind of forgot about him, but he is also really cool. All right, with that said, that was all these. I made 12 videos so far, and even more of Goosebumps reviews. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.